Hey, I'm Kim MacArthur, and this is Mitch Axelrod.
Hi, welcome.
But we know that we're going to have an impact whether we want to or not. You know, why not have that impact be a good one? And then number two, if we know the art, the science, the technology, all of the techniques that we can use to have a bigger impact, you know, why not use that leverage to really have a huge, huge impact? So my mission is to help you do that as effectively as possible. If we actually construct our campaigns and we build our impact, that we can have a much more focused, intense, purpose-filled kind of an impact than if we just go out and live life the way it is, right? Don't tell me that you don't know anything about how to get your impact in a more positive way, and so that it can impact thousands of people, because I can see in your eyes and hear in your hearts that every single person that's here that's been drawn to this particular moment in time has something that they can contribute to the world that can have a huge, huge impact. Mitch has a completely different perspective on life than I do, but Mitch is going to give you a whole practical, you know, kind of side, and he's got some models that I know that he wants to talk about.
When I met Ken years ago, I mean, his heart is so big, it just kind of jumps right out at you. And I've been in business 35 years. This is actually my 35th year. I coined the phrase about 20 years ago that I'm psychologically unemployable. And I got a hunch that if I look around the room, I think there's a few of you in the room who are psychologically unemployable. The one thing I want to hitchhike off of what Ken said, I'm a big believer in seeking out nuggets of wisdom. This day is not about information. You're already overloaded on information. There's more information than you could possibly process in a lifetime, 100 lifetimes. So what you really want to look for are those little nuggets of wisdom that come out of today. Just take a minute and identify what you do, not in terms of the product or service that you sell, but in terms of the outcomes and results and experience that you create for people. Okay? Outcomes, results, and experience. Write it down. Just write down whatever comes to your mind. So whenever you start with something or you start with someone, in the back of their mind, they're wondering why. So the second piece to rejection-proof networking is to identify why you do what you do. And we're not talking about a long 5-minute soliloquy about your history and your background, but what really, from your heart, from your soul, this is what people want to know today. They don't really want to know the facts and the figures, you know. They can get that, the facts and the figures. They want to know who you are as a being. When you say to somebody, here's what I do, here's why I do it, here's who I'm looking for, the next two questions are going to change your life. Who do you know? Where should I go? Who do you know? Where should I go? All right? So we're starting today with some clarity around what is it that you actually do? And who is it that you're actually looking for? And when you get this even a little bit more clear than it is today, would there be any reason not to tell every single person you know, you run into, you meet on Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere else, here's what I do, here's who I'm looking for, who do you know, where should I go? That's rejection-proof networking. All right? You will never get rejected again for as long as you live if you frame your conversation around, here's what I do, here's why I do it, here's who I'm looking for, who do you know, where should I go? That exercise right there, getting clear about what you do, who you know, will enable you to release yourself into the world. There's nothing that can really hold you back except clarity around those three statements. All right? And so my last point on this is a mantra that I created about 15 years ago because of my perfectionism, because I always looked at the C on the report card. You know, if you were in the Olympics and you got 9 scores of perfect 10 and 1 score of like 8, you know what they do in the Olympics? They throw out the low score, they throw out the high score, and you'd be perfect. But we don't do that in life, do we? We dwell on the C rather than looking at the 9 A's. So part of the paradigm shift here is take imperfect action. Take imperfect action because imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. There's 5 questions of service we're going to give you later in the day, but here's the one question that will change your life and will give you the answer to what you do. Go back to the 5 people who have bought from you, who love you the most, and ask them the dumbest, simplest question that most of us don't ask. Why did you buy from me? Why did you buy from me? Simple, right? But really, when you think about it, profits are the outcome and result of certain activities, and if you really break it down, my mantra in business has always been, I love and serve people, and they reward me with their money.
If you are looking for the money, right? We're talking about profits today, this morning. You're looking for the profits, and you're just looking at the profits, and you're not thinking about what you like to do every day. You may find the profits, and then you may be miserable doing it every day, right? Focus first on what you want to do, because I guarantee you, there are countless opportunities in the world. The problem is not how to make money on the internet or how to make money in life. The problem is which one out of the millions and millions of opportunities are the right match for you, your goals, your skill sets, and for your timing.
So we want to focus on profits because I gather some of you are here for profits and making more money. At the same time, that's transportation. The transformation that occurs is an internal journey. That's what we would call the inner game of business. Right? So we want to talk a little bit about the inner game today, and Ken is a master of that.